opening up the UFC Vegas 109 fight card, we have a brand new addition to this card. This is not a new opponent. This is not a switcheroo. These are two gentlemen who were not on this card, who were not planned to be on this card, who were not on future cards, and they got booked quite literally yesterday to be on this fight card. That is why we have two middleweights fighting at heavyweight or light heavyweight. We got Cody Brundage taking on Eric McConico on incredibly short notice. Cody Brundage, 11-6 in his career. He is 2-1-2 in his career. That's 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 no contests. The most recent no contest was with Mansour Abdul Malik, taking on Eric McConico, 9-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, and that 1 loss was a short notice loss in his UFC debut to Nursultan Ruzaboyev. We all know Cody Brundage by now, right? He comes out, he lets his hands fly, he's got power in his hands, he's got high-level college wrestling, and he absolutely gets after it. That's a Cody Brundage fight. He will get after it, he will get in your face, he will let those hands fly, he will shoot takedowns.
He's not that guy anymore.
And we just learned that he also has patience. He just fought one of the most dangerous opponents that he has fought in a very long time, and instead of balls to the wall, he stayed on the outside. He landed the kicks. He landed the punches. He worked on that distance. It wasn't until the 3rd round that it got a little chaotic. That's when the headbutt happened. They went to the scorecards. They originally judged the fight based off of that 3rd round, which had an illegal headbutt in it. And then after the result, the commission said, you can't score that 3rd round. There was an illegal headbutt, and the round didn't finish. So then it ended up being a no contest. He's taking on Eric McConico. Eric McConico, solid grappler. He's pretty comfortable striking, but ultimately he's looking to close the distance, grind fights to the ground. Even though he does want to fight on the ground, he's not going to force it there. He's not going to rush in. He's not going to shoot a million takedowns. He might wait for you to throw a kick and catch it. He might try to push you up against the cage. He can be a little stuck in the mud at times, but for the most part, he is a grappler that will just bomb some heavy strikes. He's coming off that finish loss to Nursultan Ruzaboyev in his short notice UFC debut. And I know Cody has a knack for like these weird outcomes in fights, but it's not his fault that he gets fouled. His last fight's a perfect example. 3rd round, there's a little exchange. He gets clipped, so he said, let me just bite down. I will literally punch my way out of this exchange, and in doing that, a nasty headbutt. He can't control that. Same situation a couple of months ago. Who the hell was it, the last headbutt?
What? I wasn't listening to what you're saying.
Okay. I forget the last headbutt. Same type thing. So I don't know why he gets headbutt so often. I don't know how he ends up with more no contests than most people do with wins. But the reality is he's going to move forward. He has the striking. He has the wrestling. He has the grappling. Eric McConico is a bit of a jiu-jitsu nerd that just spams power. I do not see Eric McConico winning this fight. The opening odds are absolutely insane. Plus 170 for Cody. That line has corrected itself. He's now minus 148. I bet on him at minus 114 when he was still technically an underdog. I think Cody gets it done. And I think there are levels in this sport, and despite what some people may think of his recent record and the anomalies, he's still a level above regional fighters. That's where, unfortunately, I do think Eric sits. Cody's going to be the pick. I don't know what these odds are going to be at close, but even minus 148 is a discount. What do you think, Jacob? And Jacob's bias. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, thanks, Angelo. I'm always honest about my bias, which kind of pisses me off because people always, after the fact, be like, I can't believe you would place that bet. You're obviously biased. You stupid fucks. I say every time, if I know somebody, if I'm friends with somebody, if I'm doing something as a bias play, listen, guys, hey, sit up and listen here, buddy, okay? Me and Cody Brundage are friends. We text, we talk through Instagram, I met him a few times, eventually I'm going to go up there and hang out with him. Me and him are friends. What I'm going to say is fucking biased. I put a bet in premium, a bet for personally, it is biased. Don't tail it if you want to. But this, I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, my biased opinion, but I can still look at the fight subjectively. I'll say, yeah, did I have Cody to beat Bo fucking Nickel? You goddamn right I did. Did he almost knock his head off and then threw him across the cage? You goddamn right he did. And when he was fighting Bo Nickel, at UFC 303, right, or UFC 300, last July, whenever it was, this guy, Eric McConico, was fighting a 28-22 boxer with no takedown defense, a 38-year-old that he just took down and I think either submitted or TKO. That's the level of competition difference, and that's what kind of separates these guys as fighters. Cody has had ups and downs, but he's beat a lot of people that he should beat, and then, has issues sometimes with other type of fighters, like those top-level fighters. Eric McConico is just kind of one of those guys that he should beat. He's just a regional guy that got an opportunity versus Nursultan. He has shown, and I'll give him this credit, incredible toughness before the Ruziboyev fight. Ruziboyev hit him with the right hand, really hurt him. If you go watch that Maki Patoli fight, that was a back and forth tight. They were both gassed in that fight, and he toughed that shit out and kept throwing those head kicks, and landed like 3 or 4 against Maki. And that was a great fight because Maki is a former UFC, I don't know if he's a UFC level fighter, but he's an actual, former UFC fighter. So he looked good in that, but Cody should be too fast, not use the takedowns, wait for those kicks to come, land the hands, and when Cody hits people, he fucking hurts people. That's one thing he definitely does do. He's got power, explosive, natural athlete, and I feel good about this fight for him. I'm happy that he got it, and I'm excited for him. Should be a good opportunity. And I think people that even hate Cody, there's a lot of because people always give Cody shit for like you said, stuff's out of his control, but on Twitter, it feels like a lot of people like this fight for Cody, and I think even when your haters are saying, yeah, you probably do win this fight, I mean, he should win this fight.
He absolutely should win this fight. It'll be fun. I don't know if it's the main card opener, but because it is the newest fight added to this card, that's where it's slotted for now. We'll see it's at light heavyweight, so it is not at lightweight, or it's not at middleweight, so I don't think it's going to be... I
asked Cody what he walks around at. He said he's about 205 right now, so he just shows up and no weight cut at all and just kind of goes out there
and I imagine for either one of them. I'm assuming Eric's in a
I think
similar
Eric's fought
situation there,
at light heavyweight
playing
before, but he's definitely a 185er.
Yeah, and they're both good-sized dudes, 6 foot. Neither one of them are overly skinny, overly thick. This should be a pretty fun fight. And
you're going to see, too, that reach, if you go back a slide.
Yeah,
77-inch reach. He doesn't. I mean, he throws a jab out there once in a while, but he's not a guy that's jabbing and boxing your face off. So that reach is a little bit. I don't think it's going to mean anything.
When I broke him down for Ruziboyev, I was like, he's kind of a jiu-jitsu nerd. And then and that was short notice, as is this. That was his UFC debut. This isn't. And that was on a real card. I don't think that was at the Apex, meaning there was a crowd there. But Eric was just frozen.
Could tell. Yeah,
he was frozen. Nothing.
And I told Cody that because I was talking to Cody about the fight because he told me about it like I think a day before it got announced or whatever. So I was looking at the Eric stuff or whatever. And I told him, I was like, yeah, that Ruziboyev fight, he's going to look different than that fight. Because you could tell he was tense. It was a big moment. He wasn't really letting stuff go. Like, he was just kind of like locked in, like you said, a little bit frozen in there. And I say he'll be a little bit different in this fight, I think. I think Apex, you got the first UFC fight jitters out of the way. So, but he is going to spam fucking 55 head kicks, Eric is.
Yeah, should be a fun fight. I'm looking forward to it. We've already got some bets on this fight. There's probably more to come once they open some of the other pieces up.
What is with the background? You made a big deal about how you make the background the card.
This is the official color. Green and red. And these are the actual greens and reds. I throw them in the Photoshop. I do the little dropper thing. That's the background. Because the actual background of the image is solid green. The fighters have the red tint. So I couldn't really translate that. So I used the outline of the boxes here for the red tint. I mean, listen, I spend time. You should see. I'm excited for the 319 graphics. The 319 graphics I've already put together are chef's kiss. Beautiful, beautiful graphics. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, not just for this card, but we've got picks, bets, and tools already out for UFC 319 and future cards. Go to the website, wewantpicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's freaking $10.
I just had a disclaimer to my bet in premium as well. All caps.
I'm
biased. He's my friend.
I mean, I have a bet on him too, and I'm not biased at all. I've said horrible things about that guy. So
I told Cody he opened up as an underdog too. He was like, "Oh, okay."
He literally said, "What? They hate me," and he's not wrong. The books hate him. For him to be plus 170 is fucking crazy. I get it's short notice. I get he's got kind of a spotty history with some anomalies, but like, who the fuck's Eric McConico to be minus 250 in this fight? We move on.